All right, Dr. Sherry Gali is CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs. He joins me on Zoom to discuss this. Great to have you on our program tonight. I think it is absolutely fantastic that government is setting in motion that 1 million jobs initiative and this Youth Bank to provide financial support and solutions for startup businesses. If they're able to do this, we are definitely going to see transformation in the ecosystem. What do you think?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So apologies for that. So what I was saying is that it is a laudable, they are all laudable ideas, creating 1 million jobs and also the Youth Bank. In as much as they are laudable ideas, I would want to say that this is not something I am too elated about or too happy about. And I have my reasons for saying this. It is not always about the numbers. It is not always about how some shows or big it looks like. The most important thing is the how. We've heard about 1 million jobs, not today. So I am not too elated. Why am I saying this? We will need to really look at what exactly we need to create jobs. So for that one, let me give it to the government, because we are yet to see the effects of COVID-19. It's now unraveling. This is the time we are seeing it. I am telling you that people are secretly laid off at work as we sit now. So it is good at this point that the government is thinking of creating jobs, at least 1 million jobs. But let's go back to the drawing board. Is it always that we come to talk about numbers, but not how it's supposed to be done? We know that the Youth Employment Agency had a mandate to create jobs. We know that NEP is supporting young entrepreneurs with funding. The GEA, Ghana Enterprise Agency, is doing this. The National Youth Authority. Now, when you have these fragmented promises, so it is good to target to create 1 million jobs. But the most important thing is that what of those that we tried with, are they working? I am happy to hear the minister in his address saying that they already have about 5 programs ongoing. I would have loved to hear that out of these 5 programs that have run for this year, we've been able to create this number of jobs. We've been able to have this impact before we can then say that let us do these new things. Then to talk of the Youth Bank, it is absolutely coming out with a bank that is it's called the Youth Investment Bank. That will tell you that that is very important. So kudos to the government for coming out with this initiative of a Youth Bank. At least the young people will know that we now have an institution that will focus on us, in us, despite whatever they say, we being high risk business cohort, but we have a bank that will focus on our funding. But let us still go back to the drawing board and see what the impact NEP funding has on young people. What have Ghana Enterprises Agency's impact on funding? This will inform or tell us exactly how to run this Ghana Youth Bank, or whatever you call it. If that is not done, I don't forget the Ghana Startup Act that we are currently championing for. As part of it, there's a component that talks of a fund, setting up a fund called the Ghana Startup Fund. So we could look at all these things. The government of the day can even use this legal framework or legal backing to set up this fund, whether it's a bank or it's just a fund we are setting up. The most important thing is that we have a clear framework or a structure as to how this thing will be implemented. Else we will be happy with this big mentions, these big interventions, but at the end of the day, we will not achieve anything.
And I think that you make very important points, and I totally agree with you on that. What appears to be a duplication of some of these programs that have been announced over the years. And so, like you say, we should go back to the drawing board and try to identify what we really need. For instance, so if you have this program running, if you talk to small businesses, the issues are going to suffer at the end of the day. Derek?
I didn't hear you, please. The network was off.
Yeah, so I'm just making a point about taxes and their impact on businesses. And I would think that that would be the focus as well as the finance minister made that presentation today.
Yes, yes. So your point is right. We, like you said, it is important we go back to the drawing board, really understand what the needs of these youth businesses are. What do our economy really need to create 1 million jobs? And those interventions with this 1 million jobs. If not, if that is not done, I still believe at the end of the day we have a target. For 1 million jobs is just a target. I can come and tell you, Joy, I want to mobilize 1 million Ghana cedi for Joy. But as to how I am going to get the money should be the importance. Joy shouldn't just be happy because I want to mobilize 1 million Ghana cedi. So it boils down to the implementation and really targeting. Because if I know that maybe Joy needs 1 million, and that's why I mentioned it, that doesn't help. So let us get back to the drawing board. All of the interventions or fund young entrepreneurs and their innovative startups and ideas. 1 million job can even look a bit smaller, but it's okay as at now. So for me, I give in, I support, but let's be mindful of the how we are going to implement this and try as much as possible that when it comes to youth development issues, let's harmonize all the fragmental interventions and put them together to come up with a very strong framework for Ghana towards youth development.
All right. That was Chief Executive of the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs, Dr. Sheriff Ghali. I appreciate your time with us.